streaming. Oh. Yeah. All right, I think I got it. Okay, let me just track it roughly. All right, got it now. Yeah, add an alpha output. Okay. Yeah, let me track it. My computer takes some time now. I have so much stuff open. Wait, does this? Oh yeah, okay. It works. Excellent connection. Okay. Yeah, I don't need the preview over here. Let me close that. All right. Hello, everyone who's joining over on YouTube. Oh man, how can I open the chat? Man, I just closed the chat over there. No. I think. Oh man, sorry man. Oh. Okay, now I'm here. Yes, okay. Yeah. Now it works. Okay, you want us to go to YouTube? Doesn't matter. I just opened the stream as well. Okay, so as you can see, the magic mask didn't do a perfect work here. So does this matter for you, or is it? Or it doesn't matter? It's okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Just. Oh man. Yeah. It has a lot of like complex movements in here. All right. So I add a alpha output here. And then I connect it. All right, let me put in a solid color. This takes less of the energy. Let me make it red or something, yeah, or teal. Oops, like this. Yeah, this is what you wanted. Now can you go to inspector of the video and scroll down? What do you mean, here? Or do you mean here? Inspector. You don't mean this one? Ah, you mean this on the side here, this, yeah. Inspector, yeah, X. Tomorrow is a car meet? Nice, where? In edit page, go to inspector, yeah, I'm here. The inspector's... Oh shit, my, wait, my camera is in the way. Yeah, let me put myself up down here. Yeah, the inspector's here on the side. Only Ferraris in Bern, Aarberg. Who's hosting it? Oh, what kind of meetup is this? Is it like open meeting for everyone? And now I should change the X. Oh no, this is zoom position. Oh, nice. What kind of, it's like every Ferrari or just like Roma or anything specific? Yeah, you can also move her around using this here. Like that. You mean like this? For some reason it doesn't work for me. Yeah, what do you mean? Like, you mean the whole background moves with her? It has like from every model. Could be a Ferrari or only La Ferrari or only Testarossa. Oh, okay. Are you going to be there? Are you also going to photograph these cars, or are you like the one of the moderators there? Yes, the whole background moves with her. Oh, okay. Well, let me check. Let me put in another, like, just a graphic or something. Oops. Yeah, let me put. Let me check. Let me put something like this. Yeah, usually if you don't like use these together, because this one is independent from the background actually, so it should work like that if you only use the x-axis on the upper video. You use an adjustment clip. Yeah, this is default, and if you add an adjustment clip on top of it, of course everything moves underneath. So it looks like this, solid color. Yeah, because you have to. So here's the problem. So if I do it here, of course everything moves, because everything underneath the adjustment clip is how do you say? Is affected, exactly. If you only use this clip here, the model moves, or where you just apply the magic mask. So it doesn't work with an adjustment clip, of course. You have to do it directly on the clip itself. Everything you do on an adjustment clip, everything underneath is going to be affected. If you do it like this, only the background will be affected, as you can see, because it's on top of the solid color. Yeah, of course, I love Ferrari. We'll do some video effects and photography. Oh, that's nice. Actually, yeah, I'm actually want to do like more kind of car B-roll stuff, because I didn't do anything for a long time. Is there like a flyer or something I can check out for this meeting tomorrow? Bugatti. Oh man, it had a Bugatti. Oh man, that's sick. Nice job. Thank you, Mr. Bash. Do you shoot cars? Yes, I do. I do this kind of, Bach visuals, right? I do these kind of videos. Maybe you saw some videos of me doing that. I also shot a big project for AMAG here in Switzerland recently for their police cars. Yeah, I'm actually do a lot of car stuff. But I don't publish everything on my Instagram page, because it's usually like corporate work, which I don't share so much on Instagram. Okay, I will sub to your YouTube right now. Thanks a lot, Amoris. Appreciate it, man. Oh, Spot Tips, hello. Sorry, man, I didn't see the YouTube chat. Thanks for joining over there. I hope you're still in the live. If you have any questions, guys, just let me know. I try to kind of calibrate this in front of you from a 0. So I just started. So this is the end result. And I will take you there without a grade here from a 0. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to reset this clip actually. Just like that. As you can see, I close everything so you can see it better. Yeah. I also have to move my head again because I'm here in the way. I think I'm going down here. Make myself a little bit smaller. Yeah, I can send you per Instagram. How's your Instagram name? Then I can send you the flyer. Sure. It's just then you just like on here and on TikTok the same. Yeah, that would be nice. Hey, Mr. Bash, thanks a lot for sending these gifts, man. Appreciate it a lot. I don't know anything about gifts here on TikTok, so I didn't see it. Sorry for that. Wait, I have the alert here. Oh man, it was down on the bottom. Okay, it should pop up, I think, right? Oh yeah, no. Awesome. Oh no, wait, this was just this was just a test. All okay, yeah. Now I have all alerts in. Thanks a lot, Mr. Bash. Sorry for I didn't see that. All right, so let's start to grade this. So usually what I do is this is the log like picture how it looks like as log 3. And yeah, let's take a hero frame, which is probably going to be this one. So I will park it right there. And then I start out with my node tree. Usually, let's start with the first node tree with a very simple node tree. So you can follow along if you're want to get into like the node structure, because this can be very complicated. So I start with the color space transform. You can just search it here in the DaVinci Resolve library up here, or you can just scroll down like this, and you can also make it as your favorite color space. You can click this little icon here. I don't know if you see it, and then you can show your favorites here. DaVinci Resolve unfortunately reset my settings a couple times because of a blue screen. I send it. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Maybe I will see you there. Yeah, if I go, I will contact you. All right. Let me check here actually if I see it. Can I log in here? Do you sell video colors? You mean like LUTs? Hopefully, yeah. Would be fun actually. Do you mean LUTs, right? Yeah, I am working on LUTs, not myself, because oh yeah, I saw your message. Thanks, man. Yeah, I will check it out if I got some time tomorrow to get there. All right. Yeah, I'm working on some LUTs, or I actually working with a pro colorist. He's going to create some LUTs together with me, so I can make it for you easy to color grade. Yeah, it's in development, but I want to do it professionally, so I send it to someone to do it for me. Because I'm not a pro colorist. I think I'm decent, but yeah, I wanted to do it right so I can help everyone with these LUTs. So I want to make it perfect. So all right, first off, starting with the color space transform, as you can see, nothing happened. Also, when I deactivate it, nothing happens. So you have to put in your input color space, which is slog3. So Sony S gamut Cine, and gamma is slog3. And it looks kind of weird right now, but we're getting into it. Then usually I would just output it to rec 709 gamma 2.4, which is the normal color space you usually use. I have a little bit of a different workflow, so I have a little bit more space to work with. So the it's like a rubber band, so I can stretch it even more. Oh, the camera's over here, so I can stretch it even more when I use this workflow. So I will show you real quick. It's pretty simple actually. So you input it here. This is the input. Let's say input, and it's still going to be slog3. Let me deactivate this one. And then we're going to make the output color space to DaVinci Wide Gamut, DaVinci Intermediate, and we put another color space here at the end. And because the output color space is DaVinci White Gamut, we are going to type that in up here in our pipeline DaVinci Intermediate, and the output color space is still going to be Rec 709 Gamma 2.4, and now you see it looks pretty much the same like before, but we can stretch the image a little bit more than what we did before. So yeah, thanks guys for joining. Everyone who has any questions, just let me know. I will just rambling here and show you what I do while I'm doing it. Also, I'm live on YouTube as well if you want to join over there. I try to keep an eye on the chat. So yeah, this is the input, this is the output. Wait, I got some weird settings here. I hate this. Yeah, I have some. No, I have some weird settings right now. I don't know what's. Oh yeah, it's the comparison view. Yeah, okay now. All right. So this is the input, this is the output, and now we are going to grade in between. So let me organize this a little bit so you can get a better overview here. So this is going to be our lift gamma gain, which is in Lightroom, like the highlights, blacks, whites, and shadows, exactly. The next one is going to be our white balance, so usually WB, and this is going to be our contrast node. So we just start out with color correction actually, so we bring back the image how it was on the shoot, how I saw it in my eyes. You're from Basel, right? There's a very nice Ferrari dealer. Yes, Nicky Hasler, right? I did a video for them, or on an event for the Ferrari Roma when I worked in the old company. If you saw that one at Bad Bubendorf, we did this video. It was pretty stressful, but it was kind of fun, yeah. So yeah, let's start with the lift gamma gain, which is here, lift gamma gain, not in the log wheels, it's in the color wheels. So I usually start to pull down the shadows here, and you can see my waveform. Oh man, my head is in the way again. Where can I put my head? I think I put my head over here. Make it smaller even. Okay. Yeah, you can see where can I see it? Can I put the link in here? I didn't post it, or I'm not available. I'm not able to post it on my page because this was for the old company. They also used it for their showroom. Let me see if Nicky Hasler has it on their Instagram. Maybe it was like 2 years ago already, but it was in my opinion pretty nice. But yeah, the event had a lot of obstacles, man. We had to run around. It doesn't look like that in the video, but it was yeah, it was crazy difficult to get the shots. Oh yeah, no, it's not this one. Yeah, let me check here. I think I can find it over here on Vimeo. I think they posted it. Yeah, this one. This is the first Vimeo video they ever posted. I will send you the link on Instagram. This one. So, yeah, I sent it to you on Instagram. I hope it worked because the Meta Business Center doesn't work every time for me. Just let me know if you received the message. Hi, you pro editor. Depends on what you mean with pro. Yeah, I just earn money. I'm a like professional videographer here in Switzerland, so I do freelance work usually, and I also edit them mostly. So I would consider pro when you earn money, right? I'm not like just an editor. I also like do the whole conception, everything actually around it. All right, so we stuck here on the lift, so I play around with the gain. I try to stretch out as much as possible from the waveform down here, keeping the model considerable like visible here with the exposure. I don't want to make her too dark, but I also don't want to make it too unnatural. So it's a little bit of a play around of these sliders here. This doesn't look too bad. We don't have any information in the sky anyway. When I take this down, we don't have any clouds or so it doesn't matter for the sky if it's a little bit blown out or not, but we see here if it's peaking or not. So yeah, I take it a little bit down. Then I like to go to the log wheels over here. Wait, come on, over here. And also lift the midtones a little bit, which is usually in her skin tones here. Maybe go down with the shadows a little bit to make them shadows a little bit darker over here. So before and after. Yeah, it's a little bit too contrasty, so I'm actually going to lift it up. Yeah, it's not about here, it's the shadows over here. It's a little bit too contrasty. I don't like that on a woman especially. So yeah, I think this is pretty good like this. Then we adjust the white balance. Usually I use the temperature, offset, or any other tools, but let's keep it simple here. Just use the temperature. I make it a little bit warmer here because it's on the beach and you can feel the warmness of the sun a little bit better. Sick, really nice video. Thanks a lot, man. Yeah, there was a lot of obstacles. Oh, thanks for the follow. Whoever... Oh, Leon, thanks, man. Hello, Bougie. What's up, man? You completely ran away from photography. Now you're a full-time videographer. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I mostly do videos. I also do photography still. Also professional stuff. But yeah, I like to do videos more. I enjoy it a lot more. I don't do a lot of photography anymore. When I have to do photography, usually I hire someone else to do it. Or just send it to someone else. Hey, I love your account. Thanks a lot, Claren. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, here's the contrast. So I like to put contrast. There's two different ways in DaVinci Resolve to add contrast. So this one will also add saturation to your colors. And in the HDR wheel, the contrast will only add contrast and luminance. So let me show you the difference. As you can see, the image doesn't get more saturated in terms of colors, but when I do it over here, the colors get a lot more saturated. So you have to be careful with that. But the new way is also possible to like add contrast like this. I just make it over exaggerated, and then you can change the composite mode to only lighten. Yeah, and then you just add contrast like in the other tab. But yeah, I like to add contrast here and add a little bit of saturation. So usually I go too far and dial it back a little bit. So this is just a subtle way to add some contrast here. I'm also switching to mostly videography. Oh, that's nice. What budget video camera should I add to my A7 III? Yeah, what's your budget? I have my A7 III. I shot a lot of videos on my A7 III before I switched to the A7S III. The main reason was that I can film like 50 or 100 FPS and 4K. So I have the like ability to just zoom in without any quality loss. So let's see, this is before and after. So let's go through all the nodes. So this is log gamma gain, lift gamma gain, which made the biggest difference, of course, because you dial in all the exposure adding some white balance, make it a little bit warmer. This is already a little bit of a creative choice. Adding some contrast, and this is like, oops, yeah, I cannot. I have a bigger screen. So yeah, this is what I would do in terms of color correction. This is how it looked like in my eyes, I think. Oops, when I was there. So now we're going to add some creative tools here, some color grading stuff to make it a little bit more interesting, of course. So first of all, I would add a curve. This adds some more contrast if you want to do it. So I like to lift it here. I like to add a slight S-curve. It's actually like editing in Lightroom, actually pretty much the same almost. So you have to think about that. So her face is a little bit dark, so I don't like the contrast. So I will just lift it up here and go down with the shadows down here. Just like that. Yeah, it is not bad. Yeah, if you have any questions, guys, just let me know. Just type it in the message box here. I will try to catch up with everyone, with every comment. I try to answer every question if you have any. It doesn't have to be only camera related. You can also ask me about content creation or something in general. Yeah. Oh, oops, I added an highlight. What is this? Wait, let me just explore the features here. Yeah. My budget is $1,500 US. Can I get a good video camera? Of course, yes. Depends. I assume you want a full frame camera. You already have the lenses, so yeah. Let me check. I think the CVE10, for example, is an very good camera. APS. No, this one is a little bit expensive. Let me check in Switzerland because our prices are not so bad. So it's actually almost the same. CVE1 is, I think, pretty solid. But yeah, okay, this is a little bit a little bit more expensive. So let's say brand Sony, of course. Let's stay on full frame. Yeah, let's stay on, let's say highest price to lowest, and then we scroll down to 1,500. Yeah, okay, $1,500 is like, I think the 7C is for photos more likely. And yeah, let me check like B&H. I think you want to say at Sony because you already have the ecosystem, right? Actually, I don't know how to search here because we don't have B&H over here. But I think I can see all, apply selection. Yeah, the A7600 is a very new one. I think that one is also pretty good. A74 is a pretty solid camera if you want a hybrid camera. Let me check here if we can go to that kind of budget. If we find like, yeah, 7C, I think 7C sucks for videos. It's not really a good one. CVE10 is also nice, but it's like an APS-C camera. A6700 is pretty solid. So yeah, if you want to go to the APS-C world, I mean, you can still use full frame lenses. The full frame lens is just like equivalent, like you have to add a factor of 1.5, so that means like in 50 millimeter is a 75 millimeter. Oh wait, CVE 10 was here, right? Oh, this is the 10, yeah. The 1 is pretty solid. The 10, I'm not sure. This is more for vloggers. Yeah, you probably have to stick to APS-C if $1,500 is your budget you can invest. Otherwise, if you like, I mean, I did a lot with the A7 III videos. I worked with the A7 III like 2 years, I think, before I switched the camera, and it was a huge investment, of course, to the A7S III. How do you manage to get clients as a full-time videographer? Yeah, this is a very good question. A lot of people want to know, of course. So yeah, what I did at the beginning was a lot of cold outreaching, like cold mailing. Oh, thanks for the rose, Mustan. Appreciate it a lot. I didn't see that. Why don't I don't get any alerts here? That's weird. Yeah, it should pop up actually. Yeah, so at the beginning I did a lot of cold outreaching. I didn't know like how to really sell my service. Because at the beginning you just want to sell good videos, good looking photos, etc. But it's not about just selling photos and videos. It's giving the client value. Like if you worked with a couple, like Kunst du für die Region Basel, ja voll Baseland. Yeah, if you do like, if you, wait, where did, sorry man, I was reading the chat. So if you do like, yeah, you have to give your clients some value. Like if you work with a couple clients, you can say like, hey, my videos or photos drove some sales to like 200% more sales through social media because of my video services, because I know what is engaging for people to see. So you're selling services and not just beautiful videos and photos. Of course, at the end of the day, you want to do that, but you have to give the manager or the CEO because they just want to have numbers. I spoke to a couple CEOs. I was like negotiating, and they always talk about numbers. They always want to see like if their investment is worth it or not. And then you have to tell them, or yeah, you have to educate them what is behind a photo and video shoot, because it's not just you showing up with a photo camera or video camera and shoot videos, because this is what most people think. You go there, usually you do the conceptual part, you create a mood board, you create a story board, you create you sitting in a meeting with them to see what they actually want and how do you reach that goal, right? It's not like yeah, every client has another goal. You can also educate them on if their goal makes sense or not. Some people just want videos, just like, yeah, we just want some videos. They don't even know what they actually get. So you can educate them, say them, hey, videos usually drive sales, or videos also educate people or help clients to understand your product, or build trust. Yeah, these are different formats you can like kind of sell to them, but you just have to know how you do it. Baseland Beste. Yeah, this is do you work alone or do you have a manager assistant? So I tried to work with other people. Somehow I cannot. I don't know if it's me or like the other people, but generally I work as a solo filmmaker. But there's a big but, because when I have the budget, I usually hire some people. So I had this big car shoot for a big client, so I was able to pitch a budget which they were comfortable with, and hire 2 more people for that shoot, because I needed an FPV drone pilot, which I told them this would like totally create another atmosphere, would add some value, a lot of value to the video, makes it more interesting. And I also hired another assistant who helped me with the behind the scenes, also walking around, giving me stuff. And yeah, then I show up with 3 people on the spot, and they knew it, because if you just tell them a budget and then you show up alone or with some people, they are just like wondering like, oh, I didn't know that in that budget you have other people. Or yeah, you just have to tell them up front like what's going on, how like do you work. And if you show up with a team, it looks even more professional. Then they know why they pay or so much. Or yeah, you know what I mean now, hopefully. If that makes sense. Yeah, sometimes for events, people ask me like corporates, not brands, corporate, like, yeah, people, they ask me if I can shoot events. Then they ask me if I also do photos, and I tell them, yeah, I could do photos, but it's better to hire another photographer. I have a network. I can go and look for a photographer for you as well. So this makes it a lot easier for the manager, because they don't have to like talk to different people, send different or get different invoices. So everything goes through me. This is also some value you can give them, like, hey, I know a lot of people in my network, I can connect you, and you are the only like the person they talk to, so you can just manage all this stuff. So usually for events, they ask me for videos, and I usually hire another photographer to do the photos, because I cannot do everything myself, because I will definitely lose some moments on an event, some important ones. Okay, I hope that cleared your question. Let me know if you have any more questions, and I would like to answer them. So yeah, I just added a curve here, by the way. You see, we make the model pop a little bit more. So let's call this curve. And I also like to add some HSL curves here, because this is also in the curves tab. So I like to keep it pretty simple. My node tree is pretty simple. I like to make it make a good overview here. And usually in the curves tab, I already add some creative look. So I usually pull out the vector scope to see where my colors are. So I just pull it up here because we don't need it. And I want to make the water more tealish, so I add a point here. Or you can also click here and add a point, or just add a point here manually. So there are different tools. So I like to limit it like this and add some teal here like that. And as you can see, the water is a lot more teal now. And the oranges here, probably I won't mess around with the skin tones, but with the yellows maybe. So let's see what we can change. Yeah, sometimes I just want to see if I break the image or not. So I just add a little bit of yellow here to the greens, here to the palm trees. And also lift up the greens a little bit. So we have all the colors actually here. You can see here on the vector scope we are having a very good orange and teal kind of color space, or not color space, but color palette. How are you doing live on both YouTube and TikTok? Is this software? Yeah, actually on TikTok you can go live on the computer after you did your first 30 minutes live. Then you have like a 7 days trial or something, where you have to go 2 times live in that time of 7 days. So TikTok has its own software for the computer. So if you just go live on TikTok, you can use that. You also have to, you need like 1,000 followers, I think, for that. Yeah, so you can do it like that. But because I also wanted to go on YouTube live, and I use my camera as a webcam right now, I had to plug it into OBS. So everything is going through OBS. I use a virtual camera, which clones my OBS, and I just sent the clone to TikTok. So that's all actually. So I can go live on multiple platforms. So I have the software of TikTok open, and also YouTube, and OBS for the whole stream. Yeah. So We can also add saturation here if we want to, or desaturate something. So let me add 2 points here and see if we want to add some more blues or not. I think we take away some blues here to make it more like filmic looking, because it's already pretty saturated over there, so we lose the focus on the model a little bit. Then we go to the luminance. This is also like in Lightroom. It's exactly the same. It's hue versus hue, saturation and luminance. So let me try to add some luminance into her skin tones. So we can add a little bit. You can see it just like this here. And yeah, it looks pixelated because this is not the original, because I'm using proxies, so I can work faster on my footage. All right, this looks pretty good. Maybe we desaturate the luminance here in the water a little bit. Yeah, that doesn't do too much, but it's actually okay. So yeah, next one is going to be wheels, or actually I like to call it look. And this is going to be the interesting part, is like the color grading inside of Lightroom if you're coming from photography. Thanks for joining, guys. If you have any questions, just let me know. I try to answer them if you just joined. So yeah, for the look, I like to use the primaries here, color wheels, from lift, gamma, gain. Actually works the same as before in the LGG. So we can also use the log wheels, which I also like to do because it adds a little bit of color. It adds color differently. The gamma is more like, the area is a lot bigger than in the log wheels. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, I will show you. If I just move the slider a little bit up, you will see it's like significantly warmer. If I do it here, you almost don't see a difference. So it's pretty subtle, and it's a much tinier area which is affected. All right, so this is the kind of creative look. So you can go all out here. It doesn't have to look anything realistic. So yeah, this is too much. Probably I'm gonna add some shadows here, some blues in the shadows. This is too much. I don't like it in her hair. And probably I go back to the curve. Sometimes I just jump back and forward. And I think it's over here. Is it this one? No, it's the first. It's, yeah, Luma versus Sat. So I like to desaturate whites and blacks, so we don't get weird colors in the dark shadow areas. All right, let's go back to the look here. I like to add some greens in the highlights sometimes, just like that. Yeah, this is already doing too much. Yeah, this looks good. Now we can also separate her skin tone a little bit to make her skin tone pop up a little bit more. So there are different variations you can also do. So, oh wait. Yeah, this was my camera. 1 second. I think I don't have a charged battery. Yeah, let me check. Let me check, guys. Yeah, not much battery. I try to make it fast. I just arrived. Can you quickly explain your different notes until now? Yeah, sure. Oh, thanks for joining on YouTube. Let me answer this question real quick, and then I will get to you, Vince or Vink. So yeah, let's go through the note tree so far. So this is my color input, which is Sony S-Log3 to DaVinci Wide Gamut. You can also put it into Rec 709, but I like to make it into DaVinci Wide Gamut. So it's like a rubber band, so you have more space in between before the image breaks, so you can have like more, how do you say, flexibility in the color space. Then my output is from DaVinci Wide Gamut to Rec 709, which is usually what you use for online media. Then I add a lift gamma gain, which is like highlights, shadows, whites, and blacks in Lightroom. If you're coming from photography, this makes a huge difference, of course, already. I add a little bit of warmness here using the white balance. Then I added a little bit of contrast here, also in this tab. Then I added a curves node, which adds, oops, this one here, a little bit of an S-curve. I lifted the shadows a little bit because her face is a little bit in the darkness. Then I went to hue versus hue, made the water a little bit more tealish here, and also made the palm trees here a little bit less green, more yellow, and also turned down the saturation of the water a little bit because this was taking the focus away from the model. And actually I think I'm gonna saturate her a little bit more here, so just like that. And then I added a look node, which I played around with these wheels here in the log, with the log wheels here in the primaries. Make the midtones a little bit warmer, the shadows, giving the shadows a little bit of a blue, and add some greens to the highlights. This is like so far what we did before and after. Bist du in einem bestimmten Bereich positioniert oder arbeitest du für viele verschiedene Kunden? Vincent, ich arbeite in verschiedenen Bereichen. Man sollte sich schon eine Nische suchen, wo man ein wenig heraussticht, wo man ein Profi ist, ein Experte. Ich mache halt vor allem Social Media Content. Ich mache aber auch Imagefilme und so viele professionelle Sachen. Aber ich bin eher so im Autobereich. Events habe ich viele gemacht. Fitness und Autos sind eher so mein Bereich gewesen. Oder sind immer noch. Und halt viele Brands. So. Best budget gimbal. Yeah, budget gimbal. I think depends on like what's budget for you. I think the Crane 4 is like $800 something. The Pro version, the combo version. And that's a pretty solid gimbal, I would say. The DJI one is a lot more expensive, but yeah, for the budget you get for the Crane 4 is extremely valuable in my opinion. Of course you can go lower, but yeah, Weebill 3S is also nice, but for heavier setups it's a little bit struggling. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend that if you want to have a bigger camera on your gimbal. Yeah, I also worked a lot with the RS2 as well. This was my gimbal, my go-to gimbal like before, which I sometimes still use, which is pretty solid. But the newer, I think the 3 series is not so like it's a little bit overpriced because they changed how like the base models, they changed it. It's now the RS2 is now the RS3 Pro, and the RS2 RC, the smaller one, yeah, is the new RS3 like normal, and it's for smaller cameras. So the Weebill 3S has the same payload like the RS3, which is pretty confusing at the beginning. Thank you very much. I come from photography and I've done videos recently and have to learn DaVinci. Oh yes, yeah, I just explained it like for photographers here how it works. So lift gamma gain is actually your blacks, white, shadows and highlights. White balance the same. You actually like it's like editing a stills image. I also added some contrast here, a S-curve, HSL, saturation, luminance, and then added some look, which is color grading inside of Lightroom if you work with that. Yeah, and then at the end I actually like to use a plugin which is Dehancer. I can also show you how like we can develop this image with Dehancer, which is totally different. So yeah, let me plug in Dehancer real quick without the look here. So let me show you how it looks like. You can add like a film look using Dehancer. So yeah, this looks weird at the beginning, of course. So let me just plug in the right color space and disable anything we don't need. And this tool is pretty great. Actually, there's also a free tool, so you can check your false color here already if everything is lit up correctly or not. And also some clipping indicators, you can see it here, which shows you what is clipped or not. So let me clip this for you. See, highlights are red and shadows are blue if it's clipped. It's not a bad thing to clip stuff, so don't be afraid to clip highlights or shadows, but this is just an indicator to help you. And you can also add some bloom and halation. Do you mean the Xeon Crane 4? Yeah, exactly. The Xeon Crane 4 is pretty stable. It's pretty stable. The Webuild 3S was a little bit wanky for my setup. It was like not like enough, you know. There was a little bit missing because my camera was sometimes spinning around there too much. But yeah, the Crane 4 is pretty good in my opinion. I use it. It's my main gimbal right now. I know it's maybe it's maybe not the budget gimbal. What the heck? There's just something flew into my room. Wait, let me charge my stuff here. Oh man, there was a big bug. I don't know where it flew. I just hope it's not gonna kill me. Oh my god. Okay. And it's pretty hard because of that light in here. So yeah, the cool thing is you can add halation. You can also add halation inside of DaVinci Resolve, but with this plugin, it really has a different algorithm to add halation. Because the halation from DaVinci Resolve itself is just like an overlay, kinda. It's not really like taking the depth of the image. It applies it differently. Also, the grain here is totally different. So they also added some presets, but I go to custom sometimes. I like to limit the source, so it's not like all over the place. You can also add diffusion here for halation. Oh, like that. So I like to add a subtle halation here. It will also make the whole image a little bit warmer. You can also counter it by adding some coolness into the white balance if you just want to add some subtle halation. And yeah, let me show you the bloom. All right, so I already have a mist filter on it, obviously, but if you add some bloom here, yeah, you see it here down in the bottom. Because I already have a bloom, so it doesn't make too much of a difference. Yeah, but you can also go here into custom and add a lot of bloom. But yeah, I already have the mist filter on it, so I don't need this right now, so I will just disable it. All right, let's go to the film print emulation here. So we add a film look. The answer is not free. No, the answer is not free, unfortunately. It costs a quite bit. Just the monitoring is for free, and you can try it for free as well. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not. But I can show you some nice tools here. So usually you use the Codec Vision 3 50D for daylight. And then we're going to print it on Codec 2383 print film, which is pretty popular. And we can use push-pull here, and this means how long the film is going to be like kind of developed. Yeah, but I'm not a film enthusiast, so I don't really know how they or what it does actually to the image. No, you cannot see it. Okay, let me add some contrast using this slider, or actually contrast is good. I like to add some colors back like this. And film compression is also sick. If you have a sky and some clouds there, you can add some film compression, which compresses the highlights down. So you can also say where the white point is, so it's not blown out like before. You can also set the range. So you see the highlights were pretty blown out, and here it settled down a whole lot. But just like impacting the highlights here, this is pretty nice. Now I'm gonna expand using the blacks here to make it darker in the shadows, but her face is a little bit getting too dark in my opinion, so I will leave it like that. And this is what Dehancer did pretty fast. You have so many profiles here which you can choose from, so there are so many films here, so I can walk through. Yeah, this one also looks good, orange and teal pretty much. And you can choose from any of these. It's like a lot, but it's not, so it's pretty crazy. They have so many film prints. I didn't try all. Oh man, that bug is here. Oh shit. Oh man. Yeah, it's an ugly bug, man. Whoa, shit. Whoa. Oh man, I got attacked here. Yeah, it's even flying around. Oh man. Yeah, it's pretty ugly. Oh shit. Okay. I also had a locust which I released earlier. Is there a subject mask like Lightroom to just edit the subject? Yeah, you can. There are different ways you can do it. So let me put this back. I hope I don't die here, guys. Okay. So yeah, there are different ways you can do it. This one will tax your computer a lot, but it's pretty accurate. So I can use like depth map, which is pretty new. You can also relight, actually. You can add some lights, which is sick in DaVinci Resolve, but in the studio version. So this will takes a lot of my computer tax. This will takes a lot of my computer resources. So let's see if I can show it to you. Yeah, it already takes a lot, man. Because it should show me a preview by now, but it doesn't. So it's still loading. I find this is the most accurate way to do it. Yeah, it will create a 3D map, as you can see, and you can adjust it. It's pretty sick. It will use an algorithm to like see like what's in the background and what's in the foreground. So I think this is not bad. It's pretty much her. And now probably you want to take down the, oh wait, let me invert it first, check it again. Probably you will take down like the exposure of the background or something, so let's do that. Just like that, see? It's a lot darker. I will also make it blue so you can see it, how it completely changes. Yeah, we have some issues here. But yeah, if I don't stream and have so many like programs open, it would work a lot better. So you can just adjust the map here until you're satisfied. So yeah, I just have to do several adjustments here, but I cannot see it because it's lagging a lot. Yeah, this is the first tool you can use. And you don't even have to track it. It's pretty accurate, in my opinion. And then there is another tool. Let me create another node here. Like this. And you can use this one here, Magic Mask. But because she's moving too much, it's a little bit difficult for the Magic Mask to recognize her as a... Oh, this is the wrong brush. So let me just pull down a line here and see how it goes. Uh-oh. Yeah, and this also takes a lot of resources. Oh, I'm so scared. So many bugs in here. Yeah, this is also resource taxing. Yeah, I really like to use depth math usually. So for an interview situation, it's perfect. I can just lower the exposure of the background or make it more blue if I forgot it on spot. You can also add some lights, some spotlights now. It's pretty sick. Okay, it did a great job here for masking her out. Oh, it's a magic mask. I should take this here because you can change between person and subject or just features, or yeah, here's the subject, here's the person. You can also just target features of the person. So let me just use this line here, and then I have to track it. Sorry. Yeah, let's see how good it does the job here. So this looks pretty good already, actually. And now let's see how it goes backwards, because she has a little bit of a complex movement here. And yeah, of course it doesn't work as good as in Lightroom, because Lightroom is just a still photo, which is a lot easier to track. Yeah, see her arms already get like getting out here. Actually, it's pretty okay. Maybe I just track her arm here. Go to features, arm, not exposed skin, but clothing on top. Yeah, let's choose this. And yeah, see how it just didn't take the skin here. That's pretty nice. So let's track it backwards. Just for this part. Oh, oops, this one. Is this? Go to the first frame? No. It's this tracking, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, it took too much. You can subtract some stuff, but yeah, let's see it without this here. So let's see how it works. We can also invert the mask once again. We toggle this off, and now we are going to turn down the exposure like before. And it has some, like, you see here, the masking is not perfect, so I go here to better. Takes a little bit more resources from your computer, but you can also smart refine the edges. You can add a radius or make it smaller. I don't see any difference here because it takes a lot of resources, and I have the stream open and everything. This takes a lot of my computer, so it doesn't, so I cannot really show you live. But yeah, it's very good masking without tracking frame by frame. Yeah, you can just go back and forward, and if something went wrong, you can just go there, adjust it, and track it. It's pretty nice. It's like rotoscoping in Adobe After Effects. But yeah, this is, yes, it still says the same here. Takes too much resources. Alright, yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know, guys. I think I'm gonna end this stream soon, because it's getting hot like a sauna in here because of the big key light up here. Also, I think my camera doesn't have too much battery anymore. Thank you, don't worry if it's too resource consuming. It's nice to know and learn from others. Yeah, thanks, man. Okay, yeah, now it works. Great, finally. Yeah, just it's from the studio version. I think for the normal version it doesn't work. Wait, is this the initial? Oh, this one was the other grade. This one is the grade right now. And then you can just apply the grade to others, but this is too much, of course, because I did an input and output already. Yeah, this is also nice, but this is just too overexposed, which you have to do in S-Log 3. So yeah, this is what it would look like. This is because I stacked too many filters on it, of course. Here you can do the same, just a little bit. And then you can just go through your shots like this. Yeah, this is not perfect because I have another grade there. Let's see here maybe. Yeah, also, of course, it's a little bit overexposed. Yeah, because I already did these edits in another... Oops. I will show it here. Where is it? Oh, at the beginning. Yeah, here. I actually did a YouTube video here with this footage. Yeah, and the node tree looks a little bit more difficult here. Yeah, I used a lot of windows and everything, and yeah, depending on the shot, of course. Oops, let me shut down the sound. Yeah, he also used the crane 4 for these shots, so you can see it. It's pretty solid for most of the shots. Yeah, this was the end grade here, kinda. Yeah, oh. Alright. Yeah, this is my grade like before, actually, not too much. Before and after. Yeah, so I think that's it. Yeah, I hope you learned something today. I hope I answered your questions. Nice shots. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, this was in Spain. First time shooting at a beach with the crane. Here beach, another day beach. Yeah, I really liked the location. It was pretty awesome there. I have even more shots. Yeah. Thanks for joining, my guys. Oh yeah, the camera's over there. I always forgot it's not my webcam over here which is on, it's the camera over there. So thank you guys for joining. I will shut down the live because I'm sweating already. I already took a shower today. Now I have to take another shower. But thanks for joining, guys. It was such a pleasure to answer your questions. Yeah, I will hopefully see you in the next video or live. Peace out, have a nice evening, have a nice day wherever you are.